It's a beautiful morning in the neighborhood. Okay, Nix, go to the bathroom. And off he goes, racing through the neighborhood until he finds the perfect spot.
Welcome to Yoldai's Pet Corner.
Fun fact, if a silverback gorilla looks at you like this, you've either deeply offended him or he's just thinking about leaves. Because despite the muscles, the size, and the chest-beating reputation, silverback gorillas are some of the calmest, most misunderstood animals on Earth. Silverbacks can lift over 800 kilograms, lead families of up to 30 members, and yet, they rarely use violence. So how does the strongest primate on Earth rule without fear? And what secret behavior makes silverback gorillas closer to humans than almost any animal alive? Let's go to the forest. Silverback gorillas live in two main regions, separated by the Congo River and thousands of years of evolution. In the west, we find the western lowland gorillas inhabiting the dense, swampy rainforests of Cameroon, Gabon, and the Republic of Congo. Here, lowland families move through humid, swampy forests, foraging for tender shoots and seasonal fruit. Their world is a labyrinth of trees and waterways, where food is abundant but requires constant travel. To the east, across the continent, live the eastern gorillas, including the famous mountain gorillas of Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the mountains, the air is cooler, and the landscape is draped in mist. These gorillas have adapted with thicker fur to endure the chill. They navigate steep volcanic slopes, their diet consisting more of leaves, stems, and pith from the lush vegetation that thrives in the high altitudes. Regardless of location, their daily rhythm is a gentle, predictable cycle dictated by the sun and their stomachs. The troop wakes shortly after sunrise to begin several hours of feeding. This is followed by a long midday rest period, a time for socializing, grooming, and napping. Infants play under the watchful eye of the silverback, while adults digest their morning meal. In the afternoon, they travel again, foraging as they go, before settling down for the night. Each evening, every gorilla over the age of 3 constructs a fresh nest to sleep in, weaving together leaves and branches. For mountain gorillas, these leaf nests provide crucial warmth against the cold mountain nights. And hidden within this daily routine is a profound secret. These forests are some of the oldest and most vital ecosystems on Earth, acting as massive carbon sinks and vaults of biodiversity. And the gorillas are their keepers. Gorillas are ecosystem engineers. By pruning plants, clearing the undergrowth as they move, and spreading seeds from the fruits they eat, they actively cultivate a healthier, more resilient forest. Where they walk, forests regenerate. Their immense strength isn't just for show, it's a tool for gardening on a continental scale. This quiet, constructive existence stands in stark contrast to their fearsome reputation. It reveals a creature defined not by aggression, but by a deep, instinctual connection to its environment. They are powerful, yes, but their power is used to nurture their families and sustain the very world they live in. This gentle strength is the first clue to understanding the true nature of the silverback. To fuel such a magnificent physique, you might imagine a diet of immense variety and power. But the truth is simpler and far more specialized. Silverback gorillas are herbivores, masters of a plant-based world. Their entire day, their entire life, revolves around the quiet harvest of the forest floor. Their diet is a catalog of the forest's bounty, including a wide array of leaves, succulent stems, tender shoots, fruit when in season, and even the tough, fibrous bark of certain trees. An adult male can consume up to 40 pounds of vegetation every single day. Unlike some primates, they don't have cheek pouches to store food. Instead, their strategy is one of patient, methodical chewing, using powerful molars to grind down even the most resilient plant fibers. This menu isn't static, it shifts with the rhythm of the seasons. When the young bamboo shoots emerge, they become a delicacy. Later, when the fig trees bear fruit, the troop will travel to feast on the sweet reward. They spend up to 6 hours a day feeding, a calm and focused activity that quietly shapes the very structure of the forest around them. This isn't frantic consumption. It's a deliberate, almost meditative process. And here's a fascinating science fact. Their large abdomens aren't a sign of fat, but of a highly specialized digestive system. They rely on gut fermentation, a process remarkably similar to that of cows. A complex microbiome of bacteria in their intestines works tirelessly, breaking down the tough cellulose in plant material and unlocking the vital nutrients that other animals simply can't access. This efficient internal engine is the secret to their size and strength. With every bite and every step, they act as the forest's gardeners. They disperse seeds in their droppings, planting future growth far and wide, and by clearing vegetation, they open paths that allow sunlight to reach the forest floor, helping the entire ecosystem regenerate and thrive. But a silverback's role extends far beyond his own survival. He is the heart of gorilla society. And make no mistake, silverbacks are leaders, not bullies. Their power is rooted in responsibility, not aggression. A typical troop, or family group, includes one dominant silverback, several adult females, and their offspring, which includes playful juveniles and vulnerable infants. He is the patriarch, the protector, and the central anchor for every member of his family. The silverback's duties are constant and complex. He decides when the group wakes, when they forage, and when they travel. He skillfully mediates conflicts between other group members, protects the entire troop from external threats like leopards or rival gorillas, and shows surprising tenderness as he cares for the young. He's the calm center in a world that can be unpredictable. He sets the pace of the day, chooses the safest sites for their nightly nests, and above all, keeps the peace, ensuring the stability and security of his family. Contrary to the pervasive myth of the brutish monster, most conflicts are solved with an incredible economy of effort, through posture, sound, and immense patience, not through violent fighting. A direct look, a low grunt, a single deliberate step forward. Often, that's all it takes for tension to fade. When a threat appears, his protective stances send a clear and unambiguous message without ever needing to cause harm. Do not come closer, this family is protected. Even with the smallest infants, a dominant male shows remarkable restraint and care. Youngsters will often climb all over him as if he were a living jungle gym, and he remains calm and watchful, a testament to his gentle nature. This complex social world is held together by a rich and nuanced communication system. Gorillas communicate using over 25 distinct vocalizations, from soft grunts of contentment to sharp barks of alarm, alongside a whole language of facial expressions and body posture. And then there is the famous chest beat. It isn't a prelude to aggression. It's a form of long-distance communication, a broadcast message that travels for over a mile through the dense forest. It's a sonic drumbeat that says, "I'm here, I'm strong, my family is with me, there is no need for trouble." It's a tool for avoiding conflict, not starting it. Oh, I hear Nix. Hi, Nix.
Hi, Dad. I love your stories. And if you at home enjoy them too, please, pretty please hit like and subscribe. It makes me so happy.
Stay with me, because the most surprising truth about silverbacks is still ahead. But to understand it, we must first look past the myth of the brutish king and see the mind of the gentle patriarch. Silverback gorillas show a remarkable spectrum of advanced cognition and feeling, empathy, grief, playfulness, memory, problem-solving. These aren't just behaviors, they are expressions of a deep, sentient consciousness. Watch closely. A young gorilla whimpers, and the dominant silverback, a giant of nearly 400 pounds, leans in. His massive hand, capable of snapping bamboo like a twig, rests gently on the youngster's back. His presence is a silent assurance. You are safe. This is empathy in motion. And this isn't just anecdotal. Science-backed studies reveal they possess a level of self-awareness once thought to be exclusively human. They recognize themselves in mirrors, a cognitive leap that signifies a concept of self. They mourn lost troop members, their behavior shifting in observable, poignant ways. And they consistently comfort distressed infants, not just their own, but others in the group. How is this possible? The answer lies within. Their brains are structured remarkably similar to ours. They have a highly folded cortex, the layer responsible for higher-order thinking. They possess rich limbic circuits, the brain's emotional engine room. And they have dense pathways for social and spatial memory, the neural highways that allow them to remember faces, relationships, and landscapes with stunning accuracy. This powerful memory is a silverback's greatest asset. He is the troop's living library. He remembers which valley held the sweetest figs last season, and he will lead his family there at precisely the right time. This isn't instinct, it's experience, stored and retrieved. Their problem-solving hides in plain sight. A gorilla wanting to cross a swampy patch will use a branch to test the depth. Another will carefully fold thorny leaves inward to tame their sting before eating. Intelligence here is quiet, useful, and shared. All of this, the empathy, the memory, the social learning, points to a fundamental truth. They don't rule with fear, they rule with trust. A silverback's dominance is not imposed through violence. It is earned through reliability, wisdom, and care. His authority is a promise, renewed each day. I will remember the paths to food. I will stand between you and danger. I will be patient. Intelligence gives him options, but it is his emotion, his deep, abiding connection to his family, that tells him which one keeps the family whole. For all their immense power, the future of silverback gorillas hangs precariously in the balance. Their existence is challenged by a devastating convergence of human-driven threats, habitat loss, illegal poaching, and disease. The ancient forests that have sheltered them for millennia are shrinking. Logging roads carve deep into their territory, opening up previously inaccessible areas. Within these fractured forests, poachers set indiscriminate wire snares. And because we share over 98% of our DNA with gorillas, even a common cold can be a death sentence. Despite their strength, they are critically vulnerable. They reproduce slowly, and the loss of a single silverback can destabilize an entire troop for years. But in the face of this daunting reality, there is powerful, tangible hope. Because conservation works. It works through the tireless efforts of ranger patrols, who trek for miles every day to dismantle snares and deter poachers. It works by empowering local communities, turning former poachers into expert guides, and creating sustainable income through dignified work. And when injury or illness strikes, specialized veterinary teams perform life-saving interventions in the field. This entire network of protection is primarily funded by carefully managed ecotourism, a model built on restraint. Fewer visitors, smaller groups, and strict rules like wearing masks and maintaining distance are not just guidelines, they are a lifeline. Conservation also works by actively healing the land. Reforestation projects stitch the fragmented pieces of the forest back together, allowing isolated gorilla families to reconnect. When this protection is steady, gorilla numbers stabilize and even begin to grow. Every silverback saved is more than just one life. He is the guardian of his family and a protector of an entire ecosystem, an umbrella species whose survival ensures the survival of countless others and protects the clean water that flows from the mountains to communities downstream. When you look into a silverback's eyes, you meet more than just an animal gaze. There is a profound and startling awareness. It's a look that seems to hold the memory of the forest itself, a deep, quiet intelligence that sees you not as a threat or a curiosity, but simply as another being sharing this space. You meet a consciousness that is steady, unhurried, and utterly present. This is not the frantic, aggressive leader of popular myth. This is a being of immense composure, whose power is so absolute it rarely needs to be demonstrated. His authority isn't projected through force. It is a natural consequence of his being. He doesn't command, he gathers. He doesn't dictate, he influences. His leadership is a gravitational force, a center of calm that holds the family unit together. He listens first to the rustle of a leaf, the cry of a distant bird, the subtle shifts in the group's mood. Then, and only then, he moves. And when he does, the forest itself seems to move with him. his family following the unspoken direction with complete trust. The juveniles orbit his quiet, their boisterous energy tempered by his calming presence. They are learning the most vital of lessons from him every single day. They are learning that true strength can be soft, that the greatest power is often expressed through restraint. They learn that safety can be silent, found in the steady rhythm of his breath and the sheer certainty of his protection. Silverbacks don't dominate, they guide. A glance is enough to settle a dispute. A breath is a signal of peace. A path remembered is a promise of sustenance and safety. This is a language of nuance, of deep social bonds forged over a lifetime. In many ways, this is the leadership we hope for in ourselves. It is a model of stewardship that transcends species. We admire this patient, protective presence, this profound sense of being accountable to more than the self. It is the quiet confidence of one who knows their role is not to take, but to give, not to rule, but to serve the whole. To stand near them is a privilege measured in our own restraint. The distance we keep is a sign of respect for their space. The masks we wear are a shield against our diseases. The lightness of our footsteps is an apology for our intrusion. Respect is not absence, it is presence without taking. It is the conscious act of minimizing our impact on their world. In his calm, the canopy seems to exhale. In our care, their future learns to breathe. We share the same air, the same planet. Let our choices be the shelter he is for his family. Here's the reveal: silverback gorillas aren't symbols of raw power, they're symbols of restraint. The strongest primate on Earth survives not by violence, but by wisdom. His family moves because he listens. The forest answers because he waits. Strength held steady becomes shelter. Patience repeated becomes legacy. We share the same air. Let our choices be quiet. Let our choices be steady. Let our choices be protective. Choose restraint. Choose wisdom. And let the future breathe. If this video changed the way you see gorillas, hit subscribe for more science-based wildlife stories. Share this video, support conservation efforts, and remember, true strength doesn't need to shout. Christmas may be over, but you know what isn't? Cats and dogs still freezing, still hungry, still waiting. This winter, your local animal shelter needs help more than ever. Please donate today and help keep them warm, fed, and safe.
Woke up to a monkey on my head, stealing all the blankets off my bed. He's singing cereal, screaming, let